game like this, Bruce, and especially down the stretch in the last quarter of the season.
Yeah, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. And you hit it on the head. We got to stop the run and then, turn Shaq and JPP and the rest of the guys loose and get after the quarterback. And not only that, but handle the bootlegs and all the things that come with their running game.
How much more attention, Bruce, has he gotten this year once he established himself last September?
Oh, a lot more. There's a lot more chipping and a lot more tight ends to his side. And he's now a known commodity. So when you're game planning, you got to know where he's at.
Thanks, Bruce.
You bet.
All right, we'll go over to Rick Stroud.
Hey, Bruce, can you just tell us what Mike Evans and or Jamal Dean was able to do today, and just kind of, are they game time decisions or what the status is?
Mike practiced full, and Jamel is going to be a game time guy. We'll see how it goes. He did a little bit, but not much.
And is Leonard Fournette still going to kind of handle that third down role at times? I know you'll alternate guys, but was there any thought given to using maybe Vonner or Keyshawn Vaughn in the passing game during these last 4 games? Or
yeah, we'll see. Each and every game's so different, and what we think's the best 53 and then the best 47 to get out there on the field.
Right. Thanks.
You bet.
All right, we'll go over to Greg Allman.
Hey, Bruce, to have a bye this late, I know you'd mentioned you kind of want to have it earlier just to get rest a little earlier in the season. But in terms of having a late stop, just to let the team kind of catch its breath and refocus about what they need to do in the next 4 games, how well situated is this break to give you that and to let the team know what's ahead of it here?
Yeah, and, once it got here, it's like, okay, it's not that bad. It's just those 3 weeks prior to, had you had a break in week 7, 8, or 9, I think we'd have been a little pressure in some of those ball games. But it is what it is. You go by what's scheduled, and I thought our guys handled it really, really well.
Thanks, Bruce.
You bet.
All right, we'll go to Scott Reynolds.
Good afternoon, Bruce.
Hey, Scott.
Tom has had 12 games in this offense now, and he said yesterday his comfortability is growing each week. With him having the ability to change plays, and I know reading your book, you want your quarterbacks to take control of the offense, and sometimes that means checking into a different play at the line of scrimmage based on what the defense shows you. How many times per game do you think he makes those checks and those calls to different plays, and is that something that has been coming more frequently during the stretch here since he's had that experience?
It's pretty much all year. Without giving away game plans, I mean, it's a pretty fair amount of what we do, especially runs, to get us in the best situation for our offensive line to be successful.
Thank you, Bruce.
You bet.
I'll go over to John Lane.
Hey, Coach, backing up to what you said about Mike Evans just a few moments ago, he practiced in full today, but is there any concern about his availability? I know you said Dean would be a game time decision. Is there any concern about Evans's availability for this game, or did he just need a couple days more rest?
No, I think he had a scared me more than anybody, but so it was, he's fine. He practiced good.
I don't blame you on that. And switching gears just a little bit, people talk about the physical fatigue that sets in when you play for that length of time without a bye week. But how much does mental fatigue start to weigh on guys when they don't get a break, when they don't get a bye week until late in the season?
Well, it's huge. I mean, it's big, especially this year. It's really bad on everybody. I mean, you go to work, you go home, you go to work, you go home. And there's no real stress relief for a lot of us. And, I mean, it's different for the players too. But the physical part of it, I thought our guys have handled well. And the mental part, again, really, really well. So it's a grind to get through 13, 14 weeks.
Thank you, Coach.
You bet.
All right, we'll go over to JP Peterson.
Hey, Bruce. Tom's numbers are significantly lower when Antonio Brown is on the field as opposed to Scotty Miller, and it's kind of the last 4 games. And I know the competition has been a little bit stiffer. But any thought to getting Scotty more targets back to when your offense was humming a little bit more, and maybe AB get a little less, or how's that going to work?
It's just this game time stuff, this game plan stuff. And, Scotty's done a good job. He was hurt a bunch of the year and couldn't practice, but now he's healthy and we've got some stuff for him. Yeah.
And on against the Chiefs, you talked about the third downs, especially in the first half, and a lot of them were manageable 3rd and 2s, 3rd and 1s, and you didn't have Rojo in the backfield, mostly going empty or AB back there. Is the running game going to be more of that 3rd and short now, and maybe help that out in that 3rd down situation?
Yeah, 3rd and short. We usually always have a back there. And if it's 3rd, 2, 3, that's totally different. Don't consider that short yardage, but each and every week a team poses a different defense in those scenarios. So you try to do what's best to win.
All right, we'll go to Sarah Walsh.
Hey, Bruce, can you just talk about the danger of a team like Minnesota that starts the year so slow and then sort of swings into the back end of this season? I mean, they've dug themselves out of a tremendous hole to put them in the position that they're in. Just the momentum and the confidence that sort of start to where they are now does for a team.
Yeah, it's a hot team right now, and we have to be extremely ready and prepared and ready to go because they're going to give everything they got. And they've been playing, Kirk's been playing really, really well for them. And like most teams, that's really starts and ends. And defensively, they've been playing really well, especially in situational football. So yeah, it's a huge challenge.
All right, with time for 2 more, we're going to go one with Scott Reynolds and one with Leo Haggerty.
Hey, Bruce, when Josh Rosen got here, we talked about how you're probably not going to have a chance to do a true evaluation while he's running scout team offense. And maybe when he gets into your offense in the offseason, you'll have a better look. But just what have you seen from him behind the scenes, from a physical standpoint, throwing the ball, from a mental standpoint in the classroom, that excites you about your young quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, he's a very talented guy. He's got a good arm. He can continue to work on his footwork and accuracy. He's a smart guy. He's a bright guy. So, not getting reps in what we do, it's hard to really tell how smart a guy is. But he's doing a really good job.
All right, we'll close with Leo Haggerty.
Coach, every game's important, but with the first tiebreaker being head-to-head, does this have added significance? Because you and the Vikings, there's a possibility you could end up tied.
No doubt. I mean, I think you answered that one. It's a huge game. It's a huge game.
All right, that's all for today. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.